You ready to eat some fucking tacos, bro? You ready to eat some fucking tacos, bro? Taco Tuesday! Taco Tuesday! Taco Tuesday! Taco Tuesday! What's going on, folks? You know what day it is. It is
Taco Tuesday.
I'm KC.
And I'm E.
And we are Not Your Average Podcast. What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There we go. Ooh, that sounds nice. We made it through another week, guys. We are here.
We did.
We are here. We're still standing. We're still strong. I got a little more of a mocha complexion going today. I was in the desert this weekend, you know.
Look a little bit more chocolate.
Yeah, you know, a little more mocha chocolate latte. You feel me?
I feel you. I
had a great time this week. I had a good time this weekend. I got my second vaccine shot last week.
You did. You told me. We spoke on that day.
Yeah.
You did. How was that? How did you feel afterwards?
Man, I got 5G. I lost 3 teeth, but you know. I got so many more. They were the teeth I used to chew gummy bears, so it's like I don't even really need those like that. You know what I'm saying? I could just, gum them. You know. What up, Randall? What's good? What's good,
Rand.
fam? How you living?
Rand just had a birthday.
Hey, happy belated birthday, Rand.
Happy belated birthday, Randall.
Oh, he got a new Facebook picture too. I see you.
Him and Bae spent some time together.
Okay, I see you. Got Bae off in the picture.
Yeah,
okay.
Man. Him and Bae spent some time together.
Let them ladies know. Yeah, it's my rider right here. Stay out my DMs.
I love it.
That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do. How was your weekend, Eva?
My weekend was good. My niece came out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from Texas.
Crystal?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes, she came out here.
Oh, man. We should have linked up.
I knew she was coming, and then she something happened, and I didn't think she was going to make it, but she did make it. Mm-hmm. And she actually came to drop her son off.
I got you.
So he's out here.
Oh, I would have loved to met her.
Oh, I know.
Man.
He wasn't even here though.
I mean, I was here on Sunday. I came back. I was here on Sunday.
Oh, that's when she was here. She was here Sunday.
Slipping. Yeah. What did y'all do?
We just went to brunch and, because it was a quick turnaround.
We know you be brunching.
Well, yeah, I know I brunch. Brunch is my thing. It's my love language. So we went to brunch and a lot of her friends was able to come and like link up with us and meet us. So she was able to see a lot of people. She spent some last moments with her son and then she went home and, he gets to spend some time with his Cali village, which is good, and he's a baby. He's like, I think Christo's 2.5.
Yeah.
I think he just turned 2 in February. So he's a baby, but it was.
Where'd you guys go to brunch?
We went to El Torito's in the marina.
Okay,
super last minute, but it worked out really perfect.
Yeah.
They gave us a really nice corner seat,
nice.
And it was. I reserved the section for 6 people. It was. It was probably like about 14 of us.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that's how it was for my birthday too. Like you can only have, I think it was tables of 6.
Yeah.
And I think I had reserved like 2 tables, and we ended up using like 5 tables.
Yeah, and they came over there and told us to be quiet a couple of times.
Yeah,
but it was just good to see her. I haven't seen her in a long time, so it was good to see her. Oh, it was good to see her.
Yeah.
So that made me really happy to spend some time with her, and I get the baby tomorrow.
Ooh, what y'all gonna do?
We're going to a park. We're going to a park so he can link up with his friend because one of Crystal's friends have a son his age.
Okay.
Too, so I'm going to take
him
on a play date.
Play date dizzle.
Yes. So I'm going to be in great auntie, wearing my great auntie hat tomorrow.
Nice.
And I'm pretty excited about it.
I dig it.
Yeah. He's a sweet baby, so I'm excited to spend some time with them. And it was good to see Crystal and her fiance.
I'm sure.
We had a really good time. It was a quick visit, but it was a good visit.
Yeah.
Anytime I get to see my baby, I'm happy. So,
gotcha.
So it was good.
Good. And he's here for how long?
He's here all week.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Crystal said, heart.
Yeah.
Talking about your baby.
I am.
Thanks for hitting me up and letting me know you're out here, Crystal. I could have sworn you was a real one, but it's cool. All right. Used to be the homie.
I forget y'all.
Now you act like you don't know me.
When y'all meet, it's gonna be like y'all know each other. So it doesn't matter.
Hey Carla, hey Deanna. Crystal Wood says we appreciate and love our village. Truly blessed.
It's important for him to know his Cali family out here.
Man, I wish I knew my Cali family growing up.
Yeah.
Like these were like my whole father's side of my family was out here, and I didn't meet them until I moved to California when I was 18,
wow! So you was
19.
Grown. Yeah, you were grown.
I was almost 19, so
yeah,
that would have been cool. So yeah, it does mean a lot.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, Hodge and I have a couple of things planned when we leave the park. You know, the grandparents. We got a bucket and a pail, and we gonna take him to get some water on his feet. You know, it's hot outside. So some
stuff, you know. Well, they're not
Texas
that close to
beach, but they're not like it ain't like you could just drive and go. It's like a planned event. Compared to out here, you can be like want to roll to the beach.
Right.
So yeah, it'll be good. I'm excited.
What up, Francisca French? She says, "Hey,
congratulations.
Y'all! Congratulations on your masters, girl!
Yes, congratulations!
Everybody, put a celebration horn in the comments for Francisca. She just got her master's this past week.
She graduated. Congratulations again. So congratulations.
Yeah,
that's our fact checker, y'all."
Crystal Wood says it was so cute.
It was so quick.
Sorry. I'll be back next week. We got to link up, Kate. Let me know. Because I'm actually, after next week, I'm not going to be here for a while.
Yeah, he's leaving me.
Yeah, I'm leaving the country.
Yeah, we'll be doing shows all over.
Yeah. I got that vaccine, so I'm in these streets. I've been to Vegas. I went to Vegas last week. I went to the desert this past week. Then I'm going to Cancun. Then I'm going to Charlotte.
And you went to that Dutch town.
Well, that was like
up north, right?
Well, that was right a month ago.
That was right before Vegas. Yeah.
Man,
look at me. I know everything. I know where he be.
I'm in these streets.
I know where he be.
Yes. Everyone's dropping their congratulations. It's a big deal, man. I don't know how she does it. Like, I don't know how people that get masters like go to school for so long.
They determine.
I'm not a school guy anymore. Like I'm not an institution guy. That's my thing. Like if I get locked up, it's a wrap. Like because you got somebody telling you what to do and you got to be here at this time and like even like having a conventional job. You know what I'm saying? Like
that'd be too much for you.
Yeah, I can't have people tell me what to do.
I don't think as long as we've known each other, I've known you to have a conventional job.
No,
and that's all I've had. That's all I had since I've been a mom.
Yeah,
like I was a disc jockey before I was a mom. I've
been an entrepreneur negro.
Yeah, but since I became a mother, I went and got me a real job.
Deanna Stevens, KT not even gonna be in town. Listen, mind your business.
We're gonna still do this show though.
Yeah, we're gonna still do the show.
KC figured it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this show even because y'all know in August we take a leave.
A leave of absence.
A leave of absence. It's your girl's birthday. But we're going to still be able to do the show.
We take a leave, a.k.a. Eva leaves.
I do. I leave.
You look at her story, she's in a different city.
I leave. In August, I got to go, y'all. I got to go.
Like, what is this island that you are on right now? Where is the water turquoise like this? Is that a turtle? They're swimming with manta rays and
so we're
you actually do have some amazing plans for this year's birthday.
That's why I laughed.
Thanks to Tahaji.
Yeah, I have some amazing plans. So you guys just see it.
Get you a bae like Tahaji, man. I'm trying to find me one.
Get you a bae like Tahaji. We gonna make that a whole
I'm like, you ain't got no brothers or nothing. I'm trying to get flued out.
He be spoiling me.
Deanna Stevens says, I meant to see Crystal. Yeah. Yeah, we know what you meant. King Gore says, my YouTube ain't loading y'all show.
Oh, that's what you was telling us.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't see us. But it's not on us.
Hey, Facebook, can you guys see us okay?
Crystal's on Facebook.
Yeah, Deanna, Crystal. Let us know if you guys can see us okay. Because
Ram's probably on Facebook too.
It says YouTube is acting up. It shows that it's broadcasting, but I don't know if you can hear us on the show. Yeah, so Facebook is working. Thanks, Crystal. Thanks, Gloria. What's up, cousin Gloria?
I don't know what's going on with you.
So yeah, if you guys want to hop on over to Facebook,
if you have it.
that's a Facebook, the Facebook. That's the Taco Tuesday podcast on Facebook. Yeah. Look, I don't even know all y'all was watching. Look at y'all.
Hey, boo. Hi, Tish.
What's up, Letitia?
You saw I said Tish. Hi, Tish.
Damn, we miss you. Deanna says, I see y'all. Drink up. Yep. Okay.
So Facebook
look at my Facebook fam. Okay.
They don't be talking to us.
All right. So yeah, if you're on YouTube, I guess just hop over to Facebook. I know Facebook be quiet as hell.
Yeah. We didn't even
know. But yeah, so let's. I guess we might have to get to the show. It's been like 10 minutes so far.
Yeah. We have to figure that out. I didn't know people couldn't see us. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's weird.
A lot has happened this week. Mm-hmm. A lot of things have been passed in a legal state, in a legal sense. So we're going to catch you guys up on all of that. So before we start with all the heavier things, because a lot of what we're going to discuss is heavy. We'll start with good news for the residents of California.
Yes.
You guys are getting some more money.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you guys, we're getting some more money. Like I don't live here. We're getting some more money.
And Deanna, you're getting a niece or nephew because we get more money for kids. Trying to stack this paper up.
So, yes, he's so silly.
It's a paper game, man. That's what it's all about.
So we are getting some more money. Actually, California residents
Good job, Eva.
may be eligible for an additional $600 stimulus. Shut up. I couldn't find a damn article. I have a lot of articles in my phone. I'm sorry, you guys. So throughout the country, many Americans are watching DC because they want to know exactly what they're going to do about the fourth stimulus. But it looks like our Governor Gavin Newsom, has figured out a way and unveiled a new COVID recovery plan. He unveiled this plan on Monday, which actually authorized an additional $600 payment to eligible individuals, and families who have children dependents would also receive an extra $500 on top of the new $600. So that's going to be interesting. Now, we don't exactly know when this is going to be rolled out. If the governor's proposal passes and is signed into law, this would actually be the second bill in the state of California to provide the stimulus funds from the state. The governor already signed this legislation in February, and that provided $2.3 billion in direct payments to lower income residents. The new proposal is actually an expansion of that legislation. So we're just waiting to see if it passes. Right now it is, presented. So, everybody has to pass it in Sacramento. And if it gets passed, then, they're going to start sending you guys some more money.
Yeah.
So it's $600 for each individual and then $500 per child. So
got you.
It can add up pretty nicely for some people.
Yeah. So, about to start making these babies.
But I can't speak on stimuluses in other places because I'm not exactly sure how they go. Like I said, this wasn't. It wasn't a United States stimulus. It's a California stimulus.
Well, that's cool because remember before we were like, why is everyone getting the same amount of money? When cost of living is so different across the country. Yeah. So I think it's cool that they're doing an extra $600 or whatever. Yeah. Here. Because the cost of living here is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's very, very expensive. So I'm glad they're doing it, but I also think a lot of it is because out here we have that recall coming. And I think Gavin is trying to save face.
He's trying to do all he can.
He's trying to save face, most definitely.
He's trying to do all he can.
So I think that has a lot to do with why he's pushing this bill. And of course, I think the Democrats who want to see him stay in office are going to promote the bill. But if the Republicans do not promote the bill, I think it's going to become a problem. So I think the bill is going to get passed regardless, but we'll see. We'll see.
Deanna Stevens says, KC, I feel you. This makes me wish I had a kid too. LOL. She actually has a granddaughter. Right. Her granddaughter turned 1 yesterday.
How exciting.
Yeah, little baby Coy turned 1 year old yesterday.
Happy birthday to her.
Yeah, they went to the zoo and all that jazz.
Exciting kid stuff.
Yeah, that she'll never remember.
Fun fact, Tahaji and I used to go on dates to the zoo.
You guys used to go to a prison?
Yeah, we did.
It's an animal prison.
We went to an animal prison.
You know what's
and we went often because the tickets were only like $6 back then. And parking was like $11. So we actually went often. It was our thing. We would went to the zoo often, actually.
King Gore says YouTube is down, by the way. Did you not just hear us tell everyone to go from YouTube to Facebook? Oh, no, because he was watching on YouTube.
He was on YouTube.
So you didn't hear us. But yeah, thank you, King. Thanks for letting us know that it was down. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now my brain is down. Deanna Stevens says, yeah, my baby, she got so much birthday love on Facebook. Yeah, she's a little cutie. I went to the worst zoo ever in Santa Barbara a few years ago.
Why was it the worst?
Well, we went to Santa Barbara first to go to the beach. It was just me and this girl, a little beach day. And
you went to Santa Barbara?
Yeah. And because they had this like vegan bakery that we wanted to go to.
Thank you. I needed more.
But we're not going to go all the way to 2 hours to Santa Barbara to get a cupcake, but It was a beach day. And then it was just mad cold and windy. So we're like, let's do something else. We went to the zoo. When I tell you it's the saddest zoo, like all the animals were just sitting there like this. There was like 2 penguins with broken wings. Like no one was hopping around. None of the monkeys were hopping around and jumping and playing. Like they were all just sitting like.
Oh, it was sad.
It was just so sad.
Look at me. It was sad.
It was sad and just desolate.
Damn. I've never been to Santa Barbara Zoo, so I wouldn't know. I've been to San Diego and LA.
King Gore says, like everything YouTube is down. I was watching the game, not y'all. So whatever.
You was watching us.
She says, we always went to the free zoo growing up. Fun times. Yeah. Those are better zoos too.
LA wasn't free, but it was like super cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that zoo is now.
Christopher, not the sad animals and broken wings. Yo, yeah. It was like 2 penguins with broken wings. I'm like, what's happening here?
That's a song.
Like,
that's
doing
horrible.
Like, right?
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Like, and penguins don't even fly, so it's like, it was sad. It was just so sad. Monkeys just sitting there looking.
It was sad. I've never been to the Santa Barbara Zoo.
Yeah, don't.
But I've been to Santa Barbara. I love Santa Barbara.
Yeah, don't do the Santa Barbara Zoo.
I can't stand.
So sad.
So, talking about sad, since that's where we are right now, you guys, Casey and I have to dive in and give you a little information on what's going on the other side of the world.
About to dive in like a penguin with a broken wing. Francisca says y'all went to the Skid Row Zoo.
Real talk.
That's what it felt like, for real.
It sounds awful.
Pharrell about to hand out some clothes and some sandwiches.
Last week, Casey and I did not touch this subject. We wanted to, but somehow our conversation, we never made it back to this subject. Mm-hmm. So we are going to touch it today. We're not going to stay on it long, just because it's really nothing. We just got to stand back and watch
before we go there.
So
before we go there,
just stop me.
Can we touch on South Carolina real quick?
We can do that one first.
So.
Because that's not where I was going. So that's perfect. Okay.
Governor Henry McMaster signed a bill that will require death row inmates to choose between a firing squad or the electric chair. This is in South Carolina. South Carolina governor.
A firing squad, though. Listen to that.
And an electric chair.
Squad. Well, other states have an electric chair.
That's still wild.
I've never heard of a firing squad.
How many states have electric chair? Like 3?
I think like 5. Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild. And they're probably all in the South. But when I think electric chair, I think of little black boy, crying, when they put a hood over his head and that's it. I think like black and white, everything. When I think of firing squad, I think like medieval times are like, what I'm saying? It's like Civil War times and shit. Like, why are you bringing this back?
7 states.
7 states still have the electric chair.
Have the electric chair.
Well, now in South Carolina, you have the choice. They're pro-choice in South Carolina. You have the choice to get a firing squad. So you stand there, they line up and you to death, or you get and that's it.
Where did the firing squad come from? I've never heard of that.
Europe.
I've never heard of that.
Europe, like the military, like I that's what I see in my head.
It's like a stoning or something.
Yeah, like you like they even like they'll have like back in the day they would have multiple people line up and the military line up facing them, and they'll just and you're done.
I couldn't even understand those options.
Yeah.
Like when I saw the article, I was just like, is that better?
Mhm.
I couldn't even understand those options.
Yeah, Carla Michelle, it is insane. Like, it is like Deanna Stevens says, firing squad is so archaic. Like, for real. Like, we're going back in time. Like, make America great again. Like, that's what they said. If we can't get Trump, we're going to make America great again and have some fun and kill these inmates.
And what's crazy is South Carolina is not the only state that has a firing squad execution.
Who else?
Oklahoma. Oklahoma.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Oklahoma has a firing squad execution, and Idaho banned their firing squad execution in 2009.
Wow. That's wild.
What the
Haji Matwara says it's inhumane. Yeah. For real.
Yeah. That I've never heard of anything like that. I've never heard of it. Like when we read the article, I was like, a firing squad.
I remember seeing stuff like that growing up. Like, but then like
it was past tense, though. It wasn't.
No,
that's insane.
This is where we are, guys. This is where we are, folks. These are the laws that they're passing. These are the bills they're passing. These are the bills they're focusing on. Meanwhile, we still can't get this anti-lynching bill passed.
No.
Like,
no. They won't pass.
And with that George Floyd bill, like they're trying to be all ceremonial and like pass it on the day that he died and all this stuff. And it's like, that's not what we care about.
Well, but
like,
you don't have to pass it on that.
Let's get rid of qualified immunity, because the thing that's holding it up is the qualified immunity thing. And so,
why don't you explain that, Casey, so others can understand?
Well, qualified immunity is pretty much holding officers and people in that ranking at a different accountability, so like, or at a different standard. So, say Tahaji just walked in here and started firing off on me, he is going to have a different type of situation than if a cop came in and started firing off on me. Even if they both weren't justified, the cop has protection. There's certain things to protect the cop, certain things placed in order. Now, we've been trying to get rid of that, and that's part of that bill that they're trying to pass for George Floyd. But that's going to take a little bit. They're dragging their feet with that. So they're saying if they're trying to pass the bill on the day that George Floyd died to make it ceremonial. But if they do that qualified immunity is not going to be in there. So it's like, is there even a point to anything? Does anything else matter in the bill? If that's the main thing.
That's one of the main things.
That's the main thing. But they're like, we'll give you this. We'll make it a big thing, and make it a lightweight holiday.
But that's what they do. They give us smoke and mirrors, and we have to really dissect everything that they're giving us, because that's what the government does. It's like, well, we'll give them this because technically we're going to take this from them.
We'll take away Aunt Jemima,
right? But we'll give you Uncle Ben on a new box or something.
King Or says, if it's someone who don't belong there, I'm like, that's effed up. But if they deserve to be there, shoot them motherfuckers. Oh, he's talking about prison. Well, that's another thing.
He's talking about the firing squad.
Yeah. So that's another thing. So 2 brothers just got released this past week. They were on death row for 30 years. They went in as teenagers.
What state is this?
I can't remember.
I'll find her.
Yeah. But they got multi-million-dollar. I think it was like $1 million per year
that they were in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
but still, 30 years. They went in as teenagers, so they spent twice the time of their life in prison than they did outside of prison.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For something that they didn't. DNA evidence proved in 2018 that they didn't do it. Like DNA evidence that they did not allow to be a issue when their trial went down.
Found it.
Mm-hmm.
So is Henry McCullum and Leon Brown,
Mm-hmm.
both with intellectual disabilities, spent 3 decades in prison for the rape and murder of a girl before the DNA evidence implicated someone else.
Wild.
And this is in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Now makes sense. Now think about it. Firing squads. Like,
they wouldn't have got released.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that DNA evidence that someone randomly decided to pull up, you know what I'm saying, or investigate,
right.
They would have been put up in front of a firing squad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's brutal.
They spent 30 years of their life. I mean, yeah, $1 million a year is great, but 30 years of your life when you went in as a teenager, imagine all the things, like your life is, you can't live a normal life. You have not had a adult life outside of prison.
Yeah.
Think about how much has changed since the 70s or since the 80s.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, since the 80s.
But they were young in the 80s. They weren't even adults.
That's wild. Think of how much has changed since the 80s. You're coming out and it's like a whole new world.
You just got here, so you don't know everything that was happening in the 80s. Didn't you just get here in the 80s?
But I know what it was like. I know what it was like in the 40s. I know what it was like in the 30s. I educated y'all on Prohibition, which was the 20s and the 30s, 2 episodes ago. I know my histories. I have records, 8-tracks, cassette tapes. See, that's my generation. We had all that, and then some, and then understand everything that's happening right now. So, yes, put some spec on my generation.
Never.
King Gore says, if you go in 5 years ago, it's changed. Yeah, think about technology 5 years ago.
Right.
It's totally different. You know, it's wild.
So North Carolina and South Carolina just
those Carolinas just wilding out.
Isn't that where you about to go? I'm
about to head on over there.
You about to go.
About to mosey on over. So
you are about to go over there.
So our 87th and final episode, guys, will be from North Carolina.
Don't say that.
Today is our 85th episode.
Is it?
It's our 85th episode.
15 more, you guys.
Yeah, we're almost there, guys. Almost to that 100.
We're almost at 100.
And then hopefully we'll have, our live event by then. Mm-hmm. King Gore says 10 years ago, Eva was answering those phone calls.
For the record, it was more than 10 years ago. I was very young.
But think about it though. Do you still do those phone calls now?
No, it's on tech now.
See?
But
obsolete.
It was more than 10 years ago, actually.
It's an obsolete hustle.
It is.
It wasn't 30 years ago.
No one 30.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, things have changed.
Yeah, things have changed. He's infamous for bringing up some old shit. He is infamous for bringing up some old shit.
It's wild. It's wild. Yeah, like it's really archaic. It's really brutal things that are going on here. Mm-hmm. Which I really feel like we should be focusing a lot more on things that are going on here.
Right.
But one thing we cannot turn a blind eye to is what's going on with Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
Palestine. Mm-hmm. So currently, well, I mean, it's a hundreds of years old.
It's old. Yeah.
Battle, back and forth. Sometimes you'll see this is my thing with it. Sometimes you'll see like one year you'll see a bunch of Israeli people hurt, and it's like, oh, Palestine, blah 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 blah, da, 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 da. And then it's like you see the Palestinians hurt, and that's annoying. I'm sorry, I'm a little notifications on my computer. But then you'll see Palestinians hurt, and it's like, oh, free Palestine. But no one really dives into what the situation is. At the end of the day, we're looking at a centuries old conflict over land that biblically, like the people that they're saying their own, based on the Bible.
Yes.
And then innocent women, innocent children, innocent men are being killed based on something in the Bible. This is why religion kind of misses me sometimes, mm-hmm. because one, there was the God was wilding in the Bible. Like he did some wild stuff. I was gonna say it. He did some wild stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like from casting plagues and from killing the firstborns of the whole city, and because somebody, he had beef with one person. You know what I'm saying? Like
I like how you broke that down. He had beef
with one person, so he was like, "I'm gonna kill all the firstborn boys in your family. Unless you put the lamb blood on your door. And people, and like since like the beginning of time, people have been using the Bible to get, for their benefit. Slavery. We were enslaved for hundreds of years under the Bible. It wasn't our original religion anyway, but we adapted to it, and it was used to keep servants.
It was used to keep us where we were.
Keep us in servitude. Yeah. But it's wild that all these religions, because Palestinians are mostly Muslim, and Israelis are, of course, Jewish, and a great amount of Americans are Christian, and it's wild that all these religions pretty much have the same message. Just be a good person. Like, be a good person, be good to people. You know what I'm saying? And keep yourself clean. But people get so caught up on whether or not the message was delivered by UPS or FedEx that they're missing the whole package. You know what I'm saying? They're missing the whole delivery because they're concerned about who's delivering the message.
Who's delivering it.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's delivered by FedEx or UPS, it's still the same message. It's still the same package. And these people are dying. Innocent people are dying. And like the thing is with the situation is there's a bunch of Palestinians, a bunch of Muslims who are on what Israel will call their land. And they're pretty much trying to evict them from the land and doing it forcefully. Now, there has been a lot of pushback from the Palestinians as much as they can. So that's when you see, the Israelis hurt. It's like, oh, you guys don't see when they're shooting missiles, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you'll see pictures of missiles coming from Gaza Strip and over to Israel. And you see those pictures with like the missiles like going like crazy. So that's that Iron Dome. That's a defense mechanism that will just pretty much shoot down any missiles that are coming to attack them. Okay. So Israel has that.
Okay.
Israel looks pristine right now.
Okay.
The Gaza Strip is a wreck.
Yeah, it's done.
You know what I'm saying? Because Israel has a huge military and a lot of money. That military is funded a lot by the United States. We put a lot of money into the United States. It's a multi-billion-dollar promise that we made back in 2018. And support to Israel. And the majority of that support is in the form of military. The whole Iron Dome and all that, that's us. You know what I'm saying? You'll see pictures. The pictures you'll see are, Israelis in tactical gear, with guns pointing at the chest of these children and flip-flops. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people that they're going up against. I'm not picking sides. Honestly, I feel like the whole situation fighting over this land is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Especially based on a book that was written before any of us were around. Exactly. It's really a stronger government using their power and using their force and using our power and our force.
They have to back them too. Yeah. People have to realize that the USA has very strong ties with Israel.
Very, very strong ties with Israel. Like I said, a multi-billion-dollar promise of support that we made to them back in 2018. Yeah. So we're funding this, guys.
That's why we're so quiet about it. We'll show you the news will show you what's happening, the media will show you what's happening, then they'll move right over it. Because really they can't say anything. It's nothing they can say because at the end of the day, we're providing so much for them. And that's why you'll see the few, in the media when certain people say something, in politics. If you look at most politicians, a lot of politicians was in the beginning, they were talking out and they were all backing Israel. And you would see people who wasn't politicians, just regular people, just citizens saying, how can you say that? How can you say that? How can you say that? But politicians already understand that's who our relationship is with. That is who the United States of America has made a bond with.
Yeah.
And they've been with them for a very long time. It was prior to 2018, but in 2018, they made a new bond, a stronger bond under the Trump administration, and it's being carried out. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think an EO can get rid of it. I don't think it's that easy to get rid of it at this point.
Crystal Wood says, and people take the word and manipulate it upon others. So a lot of the time, the word is misunderstood and misused. Definitely.
Most definitely.
And she's using the word as the Bible.
She means the Bible.
Mm-hmm. King Gore says, we've been funding a lot since the Gulf War to Bin Laden. Yeah, definitely. Like, we make these ties based on our own, like, what we can get out of them.
What we can get out of it.
Yeah,
most definitely. That's how the deals are made.
Whatever y'all do, if y'all got beef with them, then we got beef with them. Yeah. You know, and that's whack, because like no matter what side, you know, like we took a while to even speak on this, because
we talked about it.
Yeah.
Him and I talked about it all the time.
But like no matter what side you say, if you're pro Israel, if you're pro Palestine, you're gonna get clap back regardless.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's no winning.
Yeah.
There's no winning side on this, because people are going to attack from both ends.
Yeah.
There is no winning side.
Because I have friends that.
Well, I have friends on both.
Yeah. And I have friends. I have a couple friends that have fought for the Israeli army. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? One is my age, and one is her dad. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Who I hung out like when I was in high school. Like I spent a lot of time at his art gallery. Like I would, take girls to his art gallery, and because I was so cultured, and we would smoke, and I was that cool kid,
Yeah.
And we spent a lot of time together, Mm-hmm. I posted, his restaurant, him and his wife's restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
But then I also have a lot of Muslim friends,
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Muslim friends, and I like. It's interesting because they're all like a lot of the friends are Muslim. They're pretty removed from the situation because they're here. Mm-hmm. My Israeli friends, they have family there right now still. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, are they're in very close touch.
Yeah.
With that family.
Yeah.
But we see a lot of people attacking Muslims.
Yeah.
Right now, we see a lot of people.
This uprising started in the month of Ramadan.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was one of the biggest parts.
That was one of the biggest.
It was the month of Ramadan.
It was the month of Ramadan,
and
this particular uprising started
attacking, mosques.
Mm-hmm.
But I have there's a lot of people attacking Muslims. A lot of people attacking Jewish people.
Yeah.
Like these people, whether or not they are far removed or close, are close to it, like. They're not the ones doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? No. Like, just because, especially like here, YouTube is back up, they're saying. But I just like, me, I'm not about generalization.
I know.
I'm not a generalization person. And the fact that people are idiotic enough to attack someone based on how they were born or what they were born into.
What they were born into.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they weren't, yes, even if they practice, the Muslim faith or practice the Jewish faith, like that's the faith that they're practicing. That doesn't mean that they're supporting what's going on over there at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're over here for a reason.
Exactly.
For a lot of the cases, they're over here to get away from what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And I think just killing people or attacking people on the street for their religious beliefs, or even if they're not like, it was not the religious belief. Like Judaism is one of those weird things where it could be a race or it could be a religion.
Yeah.
Because you see Jewish people have a very distinct look.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it's also something you can convert to and all this stuff,
Yeah.
So, but that's something that they're born into.
Yes.
Like people, it's just a lot of pieces of shit out here, man. There's a lot of pieces of shit, and it gets frustrating.
Well,
it gets really frustrating. Just seeing it.
It's hard to watch. It's just hard to watch this cleansing.
You see an old Jewish man walking down the street, and he gets attacked.
Yeah.
For what?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Just being Jewish. So it's just hard to watch, and then, like I said, to know that the government is backing it silently, but they're definitely backing it. And it's really hard to watch, and it's sad.
It's not even silent anymore. We all have the internet. We all have Google. We can all find the shit out automatically.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen memes, on your timeline of, talking about how the U.S. has been funding this,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. They don't care.
No, they don't. Because
It's like,
you said, they have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
They have a prior relationship with them already.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, like Casey said, the United States is going to back what's ever going to support what their agenda is.
Mm-hmm.
And their agenda is that land.
Mm-hmm.
They want that land. At the end of the day, the United States, unfortunately, don't care who's on the land. They want the land. So if this is the bigger part of the people we need to support to get the land, that's what the United States is doing, and that's what they're doing. And it just, like I said, it's really, really hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's Casey and I've been talking about it every day.
Yeah,
for like we 3 weeks. We just haven't said nothing on here.
Yeah, because one, we want to make sure we're educated enough about the situation to bring it to you guys. And
we've both been doing our homework.
And then it's like,
because I had to understand it a little bit more, and then the more I understood it, the more I realized there is no right or wrong.
Yeah,
it just needs to be in.
Like why is peace not an option?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so Israel, okay, you take claim to the land, but that doesn't mean that Muslims can't live there.
Exactly. So
you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
So
yeah, but we did try to understand it a little bit more than we did.
Yeah,
we do,
and we just got angrier.
Yeah, it just pisses us off. It makes you sad,
angry and sadder, because we're like, day by day we're seeing all these innocent people dying on both sides, constantly.
And like I said, it was this uprising happened during Ramadan, so they was going into synagogues and they was going to churches,
and people are talking about Hamas and all this. It's like, okay, so if you see a pit bull and a chihuahua fighting, you know what I'm saying, no matter what, even if the chihuahua was like nipping at the pit bull's ankles, you're going to pull that pit bull off.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to try to pull that pit bull off, or, you know, acknowledge the fact that somebody needs to do something about this goddamn pit bull.
And right now it's nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing anything.
Because we're over here, you know, pouring gravy on the chihuahua for the pit bull to just feed on.
Yeah. So it's just hard to watch. It's been very hard to watch.
Yeah.
But we knew we had to talk about it. We knew that we eventually had to address it and say something. So this is our safe.
So, you know, whether you stand for Israel, whether you stand for Palestine, we stand for peace. Point blank, period. Yeah. Like, this shit needs to end. There's no, like...
Yeah. It just needs to... Yeah. It needs to come to an end pretty quickly. And honestly, I don't see an end in sight. Mm-hmm. So that just makes it even worse.
Because no one alive today made that land.
No.
You know?
No. So it's just really sad that the way it's all happening and going down.
Yeah.
But like I said, we did have to address it and we did have to talk about it. Mm-hmm. So we did.
So Nicki Minaj. No.
I'm like, so we did. We had to address it. We had to talk about it.
Re-released her mixtape, Beat Me Up, Scotty.
I didn't even listen to it, did you?
I mean, yeah. I was a fan of the mixtape when it first came out, and I just wanted to hear the newer stuff.
How is it?
You know, it's good. I mean, it's just, it's good. It's mixtapey.
Okay, I haven't heard it. I did hear that new J. Cole though.
The track with Seeing Green with Drake and Wayne. Loved it. Definitely loved it. It's some mixtape Wayne stuff. Okay. And my favorite stuff of Wayne is all his mixtape stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love his mixtape stuff way over his
commercial stuff.
Yeah, way over his albums and all that. But same with Nicki. Like, I loved her mixtape stuff over her commercial stuff. But Deanna Stevens says, agreed. Wishing peace for everyone. Definitely. Yeah. That's all we can do.
That's it. There's really nothing else to even say about it. Yeah, that's it. But I did listen to the new J. Cole album. I loved it.
I can't even tell you how long the J. Cole album is because
you listen to it on repeat.
I will play things back so many times. Like, hey Google, rewind 30 seconds. Like, that was the whole listen through. It was great. It was great. Like, I mean, of course, it's not. They're not summer bangers. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna hear him at the brunches and stuff. But it was solid and it was necessary.
Oh, I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was definitely necessary.
But no, it's not something you're gonna hear at brunch.
Yeah.
But you know, I go to old school brunches, so I don't hear a lot of hip hop at brunch.
Before I let you go,
I don't hear a lot of hip hop at brunch.
Computer love. Good love. Oh, these eggs hitting.
So, one more thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight before we go off is the Supreme Court to hear about the abortion case challenging Roe versus Wade. I think a lot of people just need to know this is happening and this is going on. And this is not new that they've tried to reverse Roe versus Wade before. But right now we have a lot of conservative Supreme Court judges. And it's a very strong possibility now things may go into action. So the Supreme Court on Monday plunged back into the contentious debate over abortion, agreeing to hear a case that will give its newly expanded conservative majority an opportunity to back the constitutional right of abortion established nearly half a century ago. So that tells you how old Roe versus Wade is. The new case is concerning a Mississippi law that seeks to ban most abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy, about 2 months earlier than Roe and subsequent decisions allowed. So supporters of the abortion's right denounced the court's decision to take up the case, saying that merely by agreeing to hear it, the conservative justices were signaling a willingness to revisit the Roe versus Wade decision. So it is something they're plunging back into. It hasn't, nothing has been said yet, but it's definitely something that is going to the Supreme Court once again. And right now the Supreme Court is allowing it to be a discussion when normally they do not allow it to be a discussion. But as you know, a lot of conservatives have been trying to reverse Roe versus Wade for quite some time. So that's where we are right now. So I'll keep you guys posted if anything happens, but it looks like this case that they're going to be listening to is coming out of Mississippi, which once again seeks to ban most abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy, which is 2 months earlier than the Roe versus Wade rule is currently in the United States of America. So it's just something we just need to keep our, eyes and ears and see what's going on and see what rights, these people are trying to take away from women. Because that's what they're doing. So I'm really actually interested in it. I want to see what they do. I hope they don't reverse it, honestly, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. But it's definitely something that they want to do. And like I said, the last Supreme Court judge that Trump appointed to the bench was a very, very heavy young conservative woman. And once again, like we talked about when she was appointed, once you're on the Supreme Court, you don't come off. The only way to come off is you die. Like you're a Supreme Court judge forever. So it's going to be a long process. And unfortunately, it's going to sway toward the conservative. So we have to really hope, the other people that's on the bench that's not conservative really pull their weight and do their part. Because like I said, currently, it's a lot of conservative Supreme Court judges sitting on the bench right now. So we just have to kind of see how that's all going to fall out and, be handled. But it is something I'll be looking at. So I'll most definitely be telling you guys about it. And that was like one of the things I wanted to discuss along with the South Carolina thing. Then obviously Casey and I want to touch the Palestine and Israel thing. I think Casey is punching in music right now. So he seems very, very focused.
All right.
So with that being said, it's all on me right now. And I just told you guys what my last subject was because that's all I really want to talk to you guys about today.
Sorry. King Gore says, he says, y'all talking about the state senator that called the black lady buckwheat? No, we're not going to give him no more shine. I talked about him all week. I'm not giving any more shine.
That was South Carolina, right?
He was an idiot. Francisco French says, I watched the doc where Norma McCorvey, Roe, from Roe versus Wade, was paid off to say she was now against abortion since she died. She has since died. She has since died since she said that. So now there's no fact checking. Yeah, because she's passed away. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, we just have to really watch that. This is something the conservatives have been wanting to reverse for quite some time. And with the Supreme Court judges that we have sitting on the bench now, it's unfortunately a strong possibility they just may get it. So we just have to watch and see. I mean, just even opening up the door to have the conversation again tells you that they're willing to listen. And normally the door doesn't even open for them to have that conversation. And now they're actually going to have it. Right.
So that alone makes you worry. Like, because why is it a conversation in the first place?
Right.
But that's where we are right now. And Casey and I constantly, say how the world, as much as the years are moving forward, so many things are moving backwards. And that's such a problem because this is something that shouldn't be moving backwards. Like I said, Roe versus Wade is almost 50 years old.
I mean, but, Republicans took a major loss last year.
They did.
And so they're trying to, get as much in as they can and have as much control as they can. And
so is that why we don't have gas?
No, that's, that's, why there's no gas. I don't know if you guys know, but the pipeline that goes from Texas to New York, that was hacked.
Yeah.
So a lot of information and data from that pipeline sourcing was hacked. And so that affected a lot of the gas. And also, you see gas prices going up anyway because people are outside in comparison to what it was last year. Last year.
I knew about the pipeline.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But prices are going up because, we see an influx of people.
People are outside.
Yeah. Last year, no one was going anywhere.
And people are outside.
At this time. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's inside. Now it's like an influx. So it's like, okay, gas prices are going up. But I've seen some stupid people trying to hoard this goddamn gas.
But they're putting it in bags and shit.
I've seen them in grocery bags.
I've seen it in bags.
I saw a woman with a laundry basket with the holes in it, like trying to put gas in a laundry basket with the holes in it. Like, come on. This lady had a bunch of grocery bags tied up and put into her in her trunk. Like, y'all trying to blow up. I saw a dude with a huge, had to be at least 80-gallon like cube up on the back of his trailer to his truck, filling that up at the gas station. I'm like, you guys are ODing.
It's gas though. You can't just move around with gas like that.
You are ODing. Like, calm down.
This shit is hilarious, actually.
Deanna Stevens said that was crazy. I heard they paid the ransom to the hackers. I mean,
they did?
Whatever gets the gas there. We do not negotiate with terrorists, but hey, we got places to go.
Yeah, they messing with the gas.
You know how many people died for us to get that gas over here? You know how many people the United States have killed just to get that gas? Come on now.
Yeah, I heard about the pipeline situation. I didn't know they paid the hackers though.
Yeah. King Orr said the data was hacked, but was the gas taken? How you take gas from the middle of the country? I'm in confusion. No, I don't think the gas. I just think they shut it down.
No, they clipped it.
Yeah,
they stopped it.
Yeah, they shut it down.
Yeah, they didn't take it. They shut it. They stopped it. The pipeline was stopped. Hence, that's the problem.
Yeah, because
it's not flowing anymore.
Deanna Stevens says it's toilet paper all over again.
Yeah.
These idiots still two rides of gas. The fuck?
I don't know what he means.
Oh, stealing. Stealing 2 rides of gas.
No, but they putting this shit in their trunk and stuff. Gas is flammable. You guys. You can't just put gas out like that. That's ridiculous. It's been funny as shit.
Yeah, it's America and the world's looking at us.
And that's what we do. Just like the toilet paper thing. Unfortunately, that's what people do. They hear something is about to become a shortage and they just go crazy and they just have to buy it all.
The world is looking at us right now like y'all idiots.
It's crazy. Mind you, this is the most expensive gas has ever been, and we're hoarding it. You're hoarding the most expensive gas you've ever bought.
Like normally, you buy a bunch when it's like super cheap.
Yes, when it's cheap. This is the most expensive it's been, and you're hoarding it. Yeah. So I don't even understand that.
Deanna Stevens says if they blow up, they deserve it.
Exactly. I'm seeing people put it in their trunks. I'm like, it don't work like that, y'all. Gas don't work like that.
Imagine how much gas was wasted just from
transportation. Tons.
I mean, hell, just from trying to put it into a laundromat with holes. A laundry basket with holes in it. Like, come on now.
That was so stupid.
And I bet she has kids that she's raising.
It's gonna be in that gas-filled car.
Some dumbass kids. No, it's like the person that would try to fill up a basket with holes in it with liquid is probably raising kids.
Yeah.
Who probably has everything to tell you about how the election was stolen last year and give you all these dumbass facts about how the election was stolen. Meanwhile, you're trying to put liquid in the basket with holes in it. Francisca French says, reminds me of the scene in Zoolander where they were spraying gas all over each other.
Yes,
right, in slow motion.
Stupid as hell.
Right. Deanna Stevens says, I saw that. I mean, that couldn't have been real. I'm pretty sure it was real. It was like 2 different angles of it. So
I didn't see the laundry basket. I did see the plastic bags.
It was
though.
two different angles of it. So
yeah, but I saw some signs. Gas was like $5.35 a gallon, $5.65 a gallon. I haven't seen it out in LA that high yet.
So instead of checking on what's going on overseas, check on your neighbor. Make sure they're okay.
And see if they got gas.
See if they blew up on the way from the gas station.
Yeah, see if they got some gas.
We are some dumb people. We are the smartest, dumbest people like I've ever seen. We are the smartest.
Tell us how you really feel, Casey.
I mean,
tell us how you really feel.
It's embarrassing.
The world is watching.
Yeah.
The world is watching.
King Or says I'd be the jerk who would have lit match out regularly. Oh, my bad. I didn't know you had gas in your trunk. I didn't know that's what we was doing in 2021. Taj Matroy said they're going to try to sell the gas they hoarded for double the price.
$10 a gallon.
I'm pretty sure people are trying to sell it. You know what I'm saying? How do you know like if it's not watered down? Like
some cars can't take regular.
What you gotta do? You gotta dip your finger in. You gotta dip your finger and rub it in your teeth.
Be like, that's 91. That's 87.
Mm-hmm. You say unleaded. Tastes unleaded to me.
It's all bad. It's all bad. And that's where we are right now. Like that's where we are, hoarding gas.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
And a year ago we were hoarding toilet paper.
Yeah. And we're almost in the 6th month of the year, you guys. Like 2021 is moving really, really fast.
Do you know why lumber is so expensive?
What the fuck? No.
Me neither. But lumber has skyrocketed. The cost of lumber has skyrocketed. Yeah. Like we are in bad times right now, y'all. Like we are down bad right now.
I wasn't ready for that question. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? No.
We are down bad. King Or says, how I'm getting the grocery bag gas into anything and I buy it. Wait, how I'm getting the grocery bag gas into anything I own after I buy it. Oh, yeah. Like you got to siphon it. Like, or you do like a pastry bag. So you got to cut the tip of the grocery bag and then just like let it go into your tank. You gotta be creative, King. Come on now, you know better. Get a funnel. And they went through the trouble to get into the bag. They're gonna find a way to get it out.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading my lumber is so expensive. I was trying to answer, Casey.
Oh, my bad. I was like, what happened?
I was trying to answer you.
I'm over here reading her screen. Like, what you got?
I'm trying to read. I was like, I don't know why lumber is so expensive.
Oh, man. But Tahaji says, Google Play. Google Play Bad Times. My Captain Rap. Or by Captain Rap. It is bad time. I hope Google didn't hear me.
It's about to play it. Is Google about to play it?
Oh, no, it's good. It's good.
I'm like, it's about to play it.
I have a robot house, guys. The government is always listening to me. King Or said lumber is expensive because they have been building when we were in lockdown.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Okay.
Home buyers have been doing
sense.
Renovations, and it drove lumber up almost 400% in price.
So he said the stock increased.
Yeah,
gotcha. That makes sense because we've been seeing a lot of building during the pandemic.
Well, what I've seen in Los Angeles is they're actually doing a lot to the schools. I've seen about 6 high schools in LA getting like a makeover.
I mean, we've been seeing all types of apartment buildings going up, all types of buildings going up. So
that makes sense.
They've been taking this time of shutdown to they've been utilizing. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Question is,
thanks, King.
What are they going to do? Like, okay, once everything is built and now you have all, our unemployment is still ridiculous. And then, a lot of companies, I don't even know if they're going to open the doors back up for people to come back in the companies, or if people's going to work hybrid, or if people are going to work remotely from home. So it's going to be interesting to see whenever this kind of comes down, because I know a lot of companies are talking about going back to the office, midsummer. Like they're ready to go back to the office. And some companies are saying, fuck the office.
Yeah.
The overhead was too high.
I have friends that
everybody can work.
They were told by their jobs they'll be at home indefinitely, because they realize the overhead is ridiculous. Why am I paying rent for office space, gas and lighting and all that stuff? But you guys are doing the same amount of work, if not more, like you. Yeah, you were doing more work at home than you were in the office.
Remote work didn't work for me very well because I didn't get up and leave.
But it worked for them very well.
Yeah, I never got it. So I was, instead of working like 8.5, 9 hours, I was working like 11 and 12 hours because I was home. So I was just staying at my little office and, doing my job. I was still working. And then we found out in April that we weren't going back to the office. We were going to be hybrid because they had hired so many people during the pandemic. The office actually couldn't hold all of the employees anymore. And instead of buying a new space for all the employees, they just told us we're going to work remotely. Like they had no intentions of us ever going back to the office. They was like, you could take turns and go back in to open the mail and things like that because we have to open the mail on a constant basis. But besides that, a lot of them wanted people to work from home. It wasn't very accommodating for me. I didn't know how to stop. At least when I was in the office, I would be like, all right, I'm about to leave. You know, it's 6:30 or 7 o'clock. I'm about to leave. But I was home, so I wasn't leaving. I found myself logging in on the weekends when I normally didn't work on the weekends. So it didn't work well for me at all. It was not positive. I definitely am the type of person who needs to go in the office and come out the office.
Well, as Polanco says, telecommute is so much better. No dress code. And Natasha Isma says work from home in PJs is the best.
Yeah, it did not.
Deanna Stevens says, yeah, also people were home off work, finally had the time and had this laundry list of home improvements they wanted to do. So lumber is a commodity. Yeah, right. I'm talking about, lumber.
Well, you asked, so now we're telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all started looking. King got us the answer first.
If you don't know, now you know,
exactly, Exactly. Oh. So yeah, working from home for me wasn't good, but I do understand from a corporate point of view, it takes the overhead down. Like I'm an accountant. I understood that immediately. I was like, a lot of companies aren't ever going to go back.
Yeah.
Because they're saving so much more money. Not that they're taking the money that they're saving, giving their employees bonuses or raises or, extra pay or anything like that. But they're coming in under, what they was targeted to do because of the overhead. Overhead alone can be very expensive depending on how big the space is that they're renting for work.
Right.
So, and then they don't have to pay for those parking spaces. Out here, a lot of times the companies covered you parking depending on where you was working because the parking sucked. Well, they don't have to pay for that shit no more because we don't have to drive our cars.
Right.
So it's just going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. But
Speaking of opening, LA should be open on the 15th of next month.
Yep.
Mask mandate?
The mask mandate shit is crazy though.
Yeah.
Basically, they're saying out here, I don't know if it's everywhere, but out here in California, if you've had both vaccines, if you've had the first one and the second one, you do not have to wear a mask anymore.
Well, I read today that takes place on the 15th of next month too. A lot of places started already with that mask mandate lift. But in LA or in California, that doesn't take place until the 15th of June.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people out here are still going to wear the mask.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, even if they have both the shots, I think people are still going to wear the mask. But unfortunately, you're going to have people who be like, "Oh, so you didn't have both the shots? Is that why you have on the mask?" So you're going to have some drama come from that.
But the thing is, see, the masks are not for So
breathe.
It's just we've been in this for a year and people still don't understand.
Right.
So the mask is not to protect yourself. The mask is to keep you from spreading what you have to everyone else. So if I'm vaccinated and I choose to wear a mask, it's mainly just me giving you a peace of mind. If anything, you know what I'm saying? It's for your peace of mind. And that's why I still wear the mask. Like I'll still wear the mask because I don't want people coming up to me, "Oh, where's your mask?" And I have to show you the picture of my card and all this shit. And I just might as well, just go without it. But people like, well, if you choose to get vaccinated, that's on you. But I'm not wearing a mask. Well, it's like you can't force me to. Masks are not new.
No.
Doctors and dentists and all types of people have been wearing masks forever.
Yeah, they're not new.
Like if you're a surgeon, you're gonna wear a mask because you have an open body in front of you and you don't want your vapors, your germs to get into the open body. Where is that concept missing people?
It's missing a ton of people.
It's missing a ton of people. The mask is you choose not to wear a mask is not act of you taking your health into your own hands. It's you putting everyone else's health at risk.
Right.
It's not about you. It's about everyone else. Right. Why can we not understand this?
Well, you're going to have people who probably didn't even take the damn vaccine not wear the mask.
Oh, we had a bunch of
What comments?
Yeah, sorry. Deion Stevens says, yep, get dressed for work is from the waist up. Yeah, and we've seen that a lot of that in the bloopers this past year where people are like accidentally standing up like doing video calls and they're in their boxers. Francisca says, did they pay you for the internet or increased electricity bill? Right, that should be an incentive.
That should be something, but no.
That really should be an incentive.
And then we have to use our cell phones for a lot compared to, at work you had an office phone. But I make a lot of phone calls, so I have to use my cell phone.
So Letitia Brown says, wearing no mask makes no sense to me. If you can still catch it even with having the vaccine.
Exactly.
Either way.
You should wear the mask.
Yeah.
You should wear the mask. But you have so many people who don't want to wear the mask. They're so happy that this new rule is coming into effect. But then you're going to have people who say, well, I didn't take neither vaccine, but I'm not wearing the mask anyway.
Right.
So it's going to get ugly. I think people are going to get very ignorant about it in certain situations or certain cities. In Los Angeles, I think it's going to go negative.
Tahaji says people are getting arrested for selling vaccination cards.
Yeah.
I mean, and then they're like, when I got mine, they were like, yeah, just take a picture of both sides, keep it in your phone so they can know that you have it. And I'm like, I could easily text that to my cousin. You know what I'm saying?
So you can text a picture.
Yeah.
Why can't you just keep it with you?
I mean, it's a pretty big card. It's like this.
Yeah, but fold it.
I ain't gonna carry that along with me. The hell? I don't carry a purse, Eva. Anymore. Deanna Stevens says the whole mask thing is such a mess. Everyone should either have to wear a mask or everyone not wear a mask. My thing is like, how do you tell the difference from someone that unless they bring up the picture of their card, how can you tell who's vaccinated or not? Are they gonna give us like if you get vaccinated, you get a V you could patch, you could sew on to all your shirts like the Jews did during the Holocaust?
And that's where the problem's going to be because you won't be able to tell. So you're going to have people who didn't get any vaccinations.
So many people walk around like, yeah, I got vaccinated. No, I'm gonna show you shit. They already want to show the ID for certain things. You know what I'm saying? So
and you don't get the
card.
You don't
have to show anyone anything, one,
right?
You don't have to show your cards. It's not a law to have to show your card to anybody. So it's like,
well, you can show it if they request it.
Yeah, but you don't have to though. My thing, like, are they going to arrest you?
I don't think so.
Exactly.
Yeah. At this point,
like a cop, like if a cop asks for your ID, you're like, why? I haven't done anything. Like, you don't have to show them your ID unless they have something on you.
Right.
So if you have like your vaccination card, I can't imagine how that has a higher standard.
It shouldn't.
Yeah. Espolanco says, I knew it was only a matter of time before they start making vaccine cards like fake IDs. Yep. Yeah. Definitely.
Tons of them.
Deanna Stevens says, non-vaccinated people who don't want to wear a mask will just blend in with the vaccinated people. There is no way to police it. It's all an honor system. And we have shown time and time again that us as Americans have no honor.
Yeah, we don't work with an honor system.
We have no honor. You cannot have an honor system with us. It doesn't work that way. Tahaji says, what if the police start walking up to people without masks and ask people to show their cards? They'll do the same thing. They'll be like, I don't got to show you shit. Just like when they ask for the ID, I don't got to show you shit. Yeah, I'm vaccinated.
Yeah, but also if you have people who have their card in their phone and then you have police officers who think a phone is a weapon and somebody's going toward their phone to try to show you their card.
That's a whole nother issue.
That's a whole nother issue right there.
Yeah.
So you got to think about that too. So I don't exactly know how this is all gonna work.
We just gotta,
we just gotta wait.
I get that they're trying to give you an incentive to get vaccinated. It's like if you get vaccinated, you don't have to wear the mask anymore. So that should make you want to get vaccinated. Mm-hmm. There's what is that? In Ohio, they're giving out $5 million. They're giving out $1 million a week in a lottery for people that get vaccinated. So they pick one person out of this lottery a week to get $1 million. They're doing that for 5 weeks. And
Ohio got $5 million goddamn dollars,
just give away.
But they can't give nobody another stimulus. You got $5 million goddamn dollars for this state, but you can't give those people a stimulus out there.
Natasha says it's an HIPAA violation to ask for the card. Yep.
It's a HIPAA violation.
King Gora says, say that. I ain't got to show you shit. Voice again, Casey. I ain't got to show you shit. Patricia says, I'm wearing a shirt, vaccinated.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna get really crazy,
Yeah.
I think, as time goes on. Because like I said, you're gonna have people who do have the mask on.
There's
Don't.
I think in New York they give like Shake Shack.
Yeah.
They're giving out free fries if you have the vaccination. Like that.
I'd rather move to Ohio.
That's not healthy.
I'd rather get the $1 million.
We're gonna give you fried food if you do this to benefit everybody's health.
Mind you, the governor was chowing down on the mayor was chowing down on the French fries as they were saying. It was hilarious.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mess.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a mess. I don't see.
I mean, I understand.
Solved.
I understand the hesitation completely. Like I understand, and they can't. They have to understand this too. Like they have to understand that it's not even FDA approved. It's like it's a. Oh, what's up? Oh, you
just said that.
Oh, really? Oh, Taji says, keep in mind, none of these vaccines are approved by the FDA. They were just fast tracked for emergency use.
Yeah, they're
exactly.
EUAs. They're EUAs.
So they can't. They can't act like they don't understand why people aren't taking these yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got mine in Encino, so I'm sure mine is a good one. But I mean, for everybody else, you know, everybody in the parking lot where I got mine, we had Maseratis and stuff. So I took an Uber there, but still. Deanna Stevens says, oh, don't even talk about incentives. Ohio is also giving 5 full scholarships to the university for 18 year and unders who gets vaccinated. Well, that's kind of dope.
Okay.
Why can't they do that for other shit?
Ohio got some money right now.
Yeah. King Ord says the NBA has certain stadiums that have a vac section of seating. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, well, everybody will probably do that.
Yeah. But it's like,
it's going to be something.
They're probably the closer seats. You know what I'm saying? Like
incentives.
Incentives.
You got to give people incentives. It's going to be an incentive.
Well, got mine. I got mine. But yeah, it's wild. It's a crazy time we live in.
It is.
And I'm gonna have a fun time telling my kids, and you're gonna have a fun time telling your great grandkids.
I knew you were gonna say something smart. As soon as he said telling my kids, I knew his ass wasn't gonna give me that same compliment.
This goddamn notification. Okay, Adobe.
I knew he wasn't gonna give me that same. I felt it in my bones.
Espalango says KC got the bougie vaccine.
Yeah, he went to Encino.
You know, it's right around the corner. God damn.
The people in LA just drove up to the farm.
Right.
We drove to the farm.
That's where all the testers went. Okay. You know what's funny?
No.
So
no.
When I went to get my first shot, let me get it. There we go. When I went to get my first shot, so I got in line, and right when I got to the front of the line, the guy was like, "Oh, 1 second, we ran out of vaccines. We got to wait for another load to come in." And then, like, literally, like 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes later, a table, you know, they raised their flag for me to come over. It's 2 black girls, right? They raised. He's like, "Oh, you got lucky." He's like, "Okay." And so, like, no, you don't see a wave of any vaccines coming in, right? But he's like, "Oh, you got lucky. They must have some." And so I go over to them, and they say, "You know what? We called you over here, right?" And I was like, "Nah." She was like, "Well, first of all, we don't have a vaccine yet, but," she said, "You're the first regular black person we've seen. You're the first regular black person we've seen the whole time we've been here, and we've been here for 2 weeks." They're nurses from Chicago, and they were in town for this. Okay. And she was like, "All these other black girls are so weird and like quirky, and like we saw your locks, and we were like, okay, he's coming over here." So I sat down and like chopped it up with him for like 5 minutes until the vaccine came over, and she went along and poked me, and we kept talking. And I was like, she was like, "All right, so you can sit outside for 15." I was like, "Wait, you did it already?" Oh, okay. Like we're sitting there chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? And
because you was with the bougie vaccine people.
We exchanged Instagrams and all that jazz.
Bougie. You with the bougie vaccine?
She was like, people. "You were the first normal black person, regular black person we've seen since we've been here."
Yeah, KC Bougie.
As long as I'm not the regular black person. You know, I'm happy to be regular sometimes. I could be regular schmegular.
Regular's not always bad.
It's not a bad thing at all.
Regular's not always bad.
But yeah.
Not to me. Okay,
Yeah, guys,
did you tell me we had to do this at 1:16?
Oh, I cleared it already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My bad. I asked the engineer question. He told me something. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Franny says, Casey got a date while getting vaxxed.
Exactly.
You know, I just chop it up, you know.
Everybody, the ladies love Casey.
LLKC.
Yes. We don't go anywhere without Casey having a conversation.
You know, I lick my lips a lot, you know, and I go up and I'm yeah, you know, I'm just trying to get this vaccine, you know what I'm saying?
I can't.
You know, it ain't nothing sexier than getting pricked by a needle, you know what I'm saying? The section of the well-vaxxed man, you feel me? Deanna Stevens says Casey picking up dates in the vaccine center, dating in the pandemic.
Yes.
Hey, it's how you gotta do it these days. King Gore says, so can I come on the show if we decide to bring backups, if we decide to bring back Soul Sunday?
How did that happen? How did that sentence start?
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, saw my confusion. I was like, where'd that come from? That's a whole comment. That's a whole comment.
Don't tease him like this, King. Don't tease him like this. Don't tease him.
Casey's up to something.
Don't tease him. Don't tease him. But you know where I'm at, King. But yeah, good times.
Was it good times?
Good times. Good times. There was something else I want to talk about, but I forgot.
Okay, that's fair.
And as my mom used to say, if you can't remember, it wasn't important.
Yeah, that's fair. So, that's fair. So it's on me. So I'm gonna bring you the bill.
It's just a delay. All right.
It was a delay. You did it right.
It's always a delay. You don't got no faith in me.
It was a delay. That's why I was like, yeah. So what are you doing? Okay. So we started off the show. Help me, D. What did we start the show talking? This is why I don't be drinking on the show. What did we start off?
You had one glass of wine.
I know. I've been trying to.
You're such a lightweight now.
Yeah, I've been trying to cut it out. Yeah,
I don't like sober, Eva.
I be about my business when I'm sober. No, the first thing we talked about, it was funny. I can't even fucking remember what it was. I totally forgot, to be honest with you. I'm thinking real hard. What did we talk about when we first started? I can't remember.
Damn. It was an hour ago.
Yeah. That's so sad. That's fucking sad.
Pop quiz, guys. What was the first thing we talked about on the show?
I can't remember.
And after we get that, I think that we'll get the ball rolling.
Yeah, because I remember the second, third, and fourth. It's just the first. The first was light. Mm-hmm. It was light. I do know that.
All right. Whoever gives us answers, putting their name into a lottery for $1 million from one winner a week.
And we're going to fly you to Ohio. Because we don't have it.
All right. We're going to settle for a free fry. A free fry.
Oh, we can do a free fry. But I know for a fact, I can't remember the first thing. I'm so sorry. I apologize, you guys. Casey would have to scroll all the way up for me to know what the first
I could do that.
Yeah, because I don't remember. But the comments will help me.
Espolanco says, what are y'all sipping tonight?
All I had was wine.
Just wine. You know, we classy with it. Yeah. All right. So let's see.
We talked about family. My niece came out here. Mm-hmm. I'm watching my great nephew. Mm-hmm. And then Casey told us about his weekend and he's traveling. And then we talked about how we always take a break in August. Mm-hmm. And then YouTube was down. Mm-hmm. And you guys told us that.
About zoos.
And then we talked about the zoo.
We just bullshitted for like the first 30 minutes.
Yeah. Then we talked about the zoo. Then King want to bring up my past about phone sex.
Oh, and then the Bible. Then we go into like what's going on overseas.
Yeah.
Firing squad.
That was the second thing. Damn it. I know the second thing. It was the first thing I didn't know. So after that, then we talked about South Carolina giving death row inmates an option to be executed by electric chair.
You got the ball rolling now, baby.
Yeah, I remember now. To be executed by electric chair or to be executed by firing squad.
What would you pick? We should have done that. We shouldn't have taken a poll.
Like what happened to the gas chamber and lethal injection?
You know, I'll make a poll tomorrow.
You are going to make a poll.
Yeah.
I've never heard of the firing squad, but that is something now that is on.
You've never heard of a firing squad ever?
Not in the United States.
Oh, wow.
No. I know it's something that happened back in the day, but as long as I've been alive,
actually, every time I think about it in my head, like I picture like Europe. Yeah.
So,
or the Middle East, the Middle
East, but never here. I've never heard of it here. So, the only three I heard of here is the electric chair, the gas chamber, and lethal injection. Those are the only three that I've heard in the United States of America. So, with that being said, that was happening in South Carolina, and then from there we jumped to what was going on in North Carolina when the two brothers was released from jail after being in jail for 3 decades. They was in jail for 30 years. So DNA test came about. Showed that these men were innocent, and now they're getting $1 million per year.
Like $32 million.
Yeah, they're getting like $1 million per year that they were in jail. But you also have to understand these men are institutionalized. They went in jail under the age of 18. They're coming out of jail as adult men. And the world's a very, very different place for them. And money management is very important in this world, and they have no clue how to do that.
But can you imagine how many women they're going to have coming after them now?
Well, look at Delicious. She went after that guy when he came out.
But these are 30 millionaires.
I mean, the Central Park Five got a lot, and she married one of them.
They spent 30 years around all men. They about to get out and wild out. It's about to be a hot boy summer. Yeah, I'm about to be in the Carolinas. I'm like, yo, hey. Remember me, cuz?
So that's South Carolina was the one with the death penalty, and North Carolina was the one that let these two men out, that released these two men after coming to find out that they were innocent, and the DNA showed that they did not actually do the crime that they were in for. And they're brothers. It's two of them. They're brothers. And then after that, Casey discussed what was going on in Jerusalem, what was going on in Gaza with Palestine and Israel, and he gave you his opinion and how he feels, and we tried to give you just a little, background on what that is. And at the end of the day, Casey and I both feel just peace is needed, and unfortunately, neither one of us think that's going to happen. But it is something that's needed at the end of the day.
Hell, we've been saying peace in the Middle East forever.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, from like when I was a kid. That was a long ass time ago.
Hell yeah.
I can't even be mad at that because you're right. Damn, you're right. That was a long ass time ago.
Long time ago.
Drop a longer.
It was a long time ago.
Okay.
Long ago.
The closer we get to August, I'm going Casey up. The closer it comes, you guys. He gonna walk on. He's gonna be like, "Oh, even did it today." And so then after we discussed that, we went in and discussed Roe versus Wade. We talked about the gas shortage that is going on.
And the idiots that are holding it.
And then Casey asked a great question. Why is lumber so damn high? So then we talked about that too. And I think that's about the show right there.
Yeah, that works.
That works?
It works for me.
I think so. Oh, then at the end we talked about vaccination. Yeah. Because we talked about California lifting the mask mandate. As of June 15th, the mask mandate in California will be lifted. If you've had both your vaccine shots, you do not have to wear a mask. They still want you to do social distancing, but you do not have to wear a mask, and you can mingle with people outside of your household. So that's where we are.
I'm about to be in these streets.
I think next Tuesday we're coming to them differently, aren't we? It's not next Tuesday? Okay.
Because I leave for Cancun on Thursday of next week.
Oh, okay. So next Tuesday will be normal. And then after that, it'll be special.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in these streets.
Casey in these streets.
These international streets. Yeah, then I'm going to Germany. And then
he's stamping his passport.
Yo, we out here. All right, but at the end of the day, we still broke. That'll make sense in a second. But thanks for joining us. Make sure you follow us on all streaming platforms, on iHeartRadio, especially Google Play. We just hit 5,000
downloads. 5,000
downloads this past week. So boom, 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 boom. Shout out.
Taco
Thank
Tuesday.
you guys.
Make
sure you like, comment, and subscribe to everything. if you guys are watching right now, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe on YouTube. And we just need to get those numbers up. Everything that I post on Instagram goes to YouTube as well. So let's get those views up, please. And thank you. And just share, share it in your stories, share it wherever. We appreciate all of it. We love you guys. If you guys have anything that you want to talk about, please don't hesitate to hit us up on tacotuesdayla@gmail.com.
Yep.
We'll hit you back. And
you can slide in the DMs. Our DM is Taco Tuesday 365. Or you could just say it right here on the show like King did. So Casey has to put me in the loop because I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah.
All right. But as always, guys, I'm KC.
And I'm E.
And we are Not Your Average Podcast. Holla.
Good night, you guys.
Try to find love inside a page that don't know what happened, always pay debts. And now I'm some guy that I don't know. Spent trying to make some more so I can pay. Yes, didn't even focus on my interest. Just waiting for my girl to call. Oh, but I don't have a girlfriend. We broke up on the weekend. Said I kept on repeating all my faults and flaws. Don't got no options lately, that's how it looks so far. Should've woken up, thought they would save me from my wrong. There's still empty parts, and I guess I'm still broke. Guess I'm still broke.